quiet suburban street in Dallas, Texas was bathed in the soft light of a Saturday morning. Birds chirped, lawns were freshly mowed, and children rode bikes down the cul-de-sac. Marcus Reed stepped out of his two-story brick home, coffee in hand, trash bag in the other. He wasn't thinking about danger, he wasn't bracing for conflict. He was just a man starting his weekend. He didn't even make it 10 steps before he saw them. 3 figures stood at the edge of his driveway. 2 men in ill-fitting tactical vests, patches reading Neighborhood Compliance Unit stitched crookedly across their chests. One was tall, pale, with mirrored sunglasses and a shaved head. The other was shorter, broad-shouldered, with a scruffy beard and nervous eyes. Between them stood Diane Prescott, president of the HOA, arms crossed, jaw tight. Marcus slowed. Set. The trash bag down. Something was off. The vests didn't match. Straps dangled. Boots were scuffed, clearly bought secondhand. The way they stood, too stiff, too rehearsed, told him everything. These weren't law enforcement. They were imposters. Mr. Reed? Diane began, voice sharp, like she'd practiced this moment 100 times. We need to talk. Marcus rested his hands on his hips. Calm. Unhurried. About what? The taller man stepped forward. Community enforcement. You're in violation of neighborhood regulations. We're detaining you until police arrive. Silence. Marcus almost smiled. Detain me? Diane's voice cut in. You've ignored notices, fines, complaints. We can't have someone undermining the rules. These men are here to ensure compliance. Marcus raised an eyebrow. And what exactly are the charges? The shorter man pulled a crumpled paper from his vest. Property violations, unauthorized driveway modifications, loud gatherings, non-compliance with HOA orders. Marcus looked from one to the other. So you think that gives you the right to walk onto my property and detain me? The tall one, Troy, clenched his jaw. You come peacefully, or we make it harder. The air stilled. A curtain shifted down the block. Then another. Phones appeared in windows. A teenager across the street raised his phone. I'm live, he called out. Millions are watching. Marcus didn't flinch. Let me explain something. There's no such thing as Neighborhood Compliance Unit. You're not law enforcement, you don't have authority, you're trespassing. Diane flushed. Don't talk to me about authority, Marcus. You've always bent the rules. We've had complaints. Real ones. Marcus tilted his head. He'd seen men like this before. Wannabes who thought a vest and a stern face made them powerful. But he also knew what they didn't. He wasn't just a homeowner. He was an FBI agent. Years of training, of dismantling criminal networks, of staring down cartel enforcers. None of it showed on his face. Instead, he kept his voice low. You've picked the wrong driveway today. Diane stepped closer. Don't test me. These men can hold you until police arrive. And when they do, you'll be the one answering questions. Marcus let the trash bag fall. A soda can rolled across the concrete. The sound echoed. It wasn't surrender. It was the start of a reckoning. Neighbors leaned out of windows. Porches, filled. The block was watching. Troy took another step. Don't make this difficult. You're non-compliant. That means we can escalate. Marcus smirked. Escalate? You're standing on my property with no badge, no legal authority, and no idea how deep in trouble you already are. You've got 30 seconds to back off. Diane snapped. You think threats will work? You've ignored warnings, fines. The HOA exists to keep this neighborhood safe. Marcus cut her off. Safe? You brought 2 men in bargain bin tactical gear to my home. You really think that's how the law works? Phones kept rolling. Voices rose. Leave him alone. This is harassment. Marcus's voice dropped. You want to know what real authority looks like? It's not 2 men playing soldier. It's training, it's law, it's accountability. And I promise you, the real cops will be very interested in this little performance. Troy's partner, Danny, shifted. Maybe we should go. Troy glared. No, we finish this. He stepped forward inches from Marcus. Last warning, come with us, or we use force. Marcus didn't move. Son, I've dealt with cartel enforcers less reckless than you. Move back now. Diane's voice cracked. Why should the rest of us live by the rules while you do whatever you want? If you won't respect order, maybe you don't belong. Here. Marcus locked eyes with her. Respect isn't forced with fake cops and threats, it's earned. And right now this isn't about rules. It's about control. Danny backed up. I didn't sign up for this. Troy ignored him. His hand dipped into his vest, metal clinked. Handcuffs. The crowd gasped. You're under neighborhood arrest, Troy said, voice shaking. Don't make me use them. Marcus didn't blink. Put those down. Right now. That's a felony. Impersonating an officer, attempted unlawful restraint. 3 years minimum. Danny whispered. Troy, we'll go to prison. Diane shouted. Do it. Show them who's in charge. Marcus leaned in. I've used real cuffs. I know when a man is bluffing. Drop them, or this turns into something you'll never walk away from. Troy hesitated. Sweat glistened on his forehead. Then, he lunged. Marcus moved like lightning. Sidestep, arm twist. Surgical precision. The cuff snapped shut around Troy's wrists. The crowd erupted. No way! He just took him down. Marcus held Troy firm. You're done. Don't resist. Diane screamed. You can't arrest him. You're not real police. Marcus reached into his back pocket, flipped open his wallet. Gold badge glinted in the sun. Special Agent Marcus Reed, he said. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Silence. Then chaos. He's FBI. Phones zoomed in. Neighbors stared. Diane's face went pale. You brought fake cops to my home, Marcus said. You endangered your neighbors. You had no idea who you were dealing with. Diane stammered. This is abuse of power. Marcus cut her off. Abuse of power? That's rich, coming from the woman who staged a fake arrest over a noise complaint. Sirens wailed. 2 patrol cars pulled up. Officers stepped out. Hands on belts. Hands where we can see them. Marcus raised one hand. Special Agent Marcus Reed. This man attempted to impersonate an officer and assault me on my property. The officer checked his ID, nodded. We'll take him. Diane tried to intervene. Wait, he's the criminal. The officer turned. Ma'am, we've got multiple witnesses. Did you authorize this? She froze. The crowd roared. She brought them here. She told them to arrest him. You're coming with us, the officer said. Obstruction of justice. Danny raised his hands. I'll cooperate. I didn't sign up for this. As Troy and Diane were cuffed and led away, Marcus stood tall. Not triumphant, not angry, resolved. The neighborhood watched. The balance of power had shifted. Days later, the video went viral. Headlines: HOA president arrested after fake cops confront FBI agent. The HOA held an emergency meeting. Diane was voted out unanimously. A new president was chosen. Someone humble, transparent. Neighbors started talking, really talking. At a community gathering, Marcus was asked, "What do we do next time?" He said, "Stand together. Speak up. Silence is what bullies feed on." A little girl asked, "Are you a hero?" Marcus crouched down. "No, I'm just a man who refused to be afraid." He looked around. Kids played. Neighbors chatted. The street felt lighter. Real power didn't come from vests or titles. It came from truth, from courage, from doing what's right, even when no one's watching. If this story moved you, ask yourself, in your life, are you building with fear or with respect? Are you silent, or are you the one who speaks up? Because sometimes the fight for justice doesn't happen in courtrooms. It happens right where we live.